Welcome to Keep It Clean for Happier You. This series, Asked and Answered, is dedicated to your challenges and your wins from the home front. Stay with us. Coming up, your mail. Welcome back. We'll continue our conversation with guest Joyce Saltman, Matt Baier, Diana Hall on our new series, Asked and Answered, answering your questions from the home front. Matt?
Yeah, a few thoughts on this. So I don't wear shoes in my home. I have a little black plastic trays outside my door where I collect my shoes. And people often visit. Like this morning, the trainees came in and said, "Oh, do you want me to take my shoes off?" I have the same reaction when I go into houses on consults. I see a collection of shoes. Actually, whether I see it or not, I ask, especially if there are small children where parents don't want to have their tracking in dirty feet.
Yeah.
However, I hear exactly what you're saying, Nikki, about the safety issue, because we've had that too, and we called for an entire change of policy, where, especially in the winter, people want you to take your boots off, which is understandable. But one time, the two organizer team was taking a set of shelves down, set of staircase, very slick, smooth wood, and they fell. Fortunately, they only bruised their posteriors, but they were okay. But it could have been a lot worse. So ever since then, what we've been doing is keeping those hospital non-skid socks in our.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm familiar with those. Yeah.
Yeah. So then the client sees that you're not wearing your boots from outside, but you're wearing something that's safe. You won't less likely to slip. Every time you do something smart like that, it shows a level of professionalism that you've done this before.
Yeah, you do.
I think it's always a good message to send clients from that point of view.
That you've been in business for a while.
Yeah. I love that with the non-skid. And I've never thought about that. And I just ran into a situation. My white glove delivery company was moving a 300-pound cabinet up to the second level. And, normally they would have to wear their booties, but they're going up hardwood steps. Yeah. And my client didn't like that they were, with their boots going up. It becomes a safety issue. And I said to her, we can't have that 300-pound cabinet coming down on the three guys that are moving it up your stairs, but never thought about the non-skid hospital socks. That's such a great idea. Thanks, Matt. Wow.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we do a lot of work with interior designers in almost every case. They've got the box of booties, ready to put on. Usually it's a tasteful basket of booties. Yeah. So again, it shows professionalism. We've done this before. We take these beautifully new floors seriously. But I do think, for movers, they will put like that paper down to protect it, because it's a lot to ask somebody to lift something heavy without the support
protection.
Square. Yeah. And it hurts to really to put that kind of weight and twist on your feet without some kind of support. So it's one thing to ask people to take their shoes off. I get it, I do it, but you have to think about exactly what it's for. So
Joyce.
Yes. Yeah. Well, as obviously a person who I am not wearing socks anymore, I am not wearing stockings anymore, I'm not wearing pads anymore, and I have a really good mat at the front door and the back door before you come into the house, and then when you open the door, there is another very nice absorbent mat at each door. So you've already wiped your feet outside and then inside before you're walking through the house. I don't ask anybody to take off their shoes. Nobody asks me to take off their shoes. And again, it's easier. Perfect.
I agree with Joyce. If mats are key, having proper mats and not the ones that shed with the coconut thing, have professional mats, and now they're making them in design shapes and commercial mats. You can have them up front. You can have them in the back. You can have them inside because they don't shed. I personally love mats, and they're an answer. They're a great answer.
Are we going to do the nieces and nephews pictures?
Oh, yes. Matt, do you want to mention that? Because I think this is down his alley with Matt.
Sure.
9.
Number 9, writer says, so my husband and I have many nephews and nieces, no kids. They constantly give us framed pictures. Our house, everywhere, including the bathroom, are of framed pictures of them from all ages. Safe to say 20 to 30 in every spot. It's a lot. Don't want to hurt their feelings, but need to do something. But what?
You're the organizer, Matt. You go first.
Yeah. Well, I always start with this, that just because somebody gives you a gift doesn't mean you have to keep it or display it. The thought truly is what counts. Now, most people will understand if you don't want to put everything out, but I get it. There are friends, there's family that say, oh, where's the picture I just gave you? I think there's something to be said for rotating the photos. Maybe you don't need to have all the baby toddler pictures out. And I think it shows by rotating that you are appreciating more, you're more aware, you're more active, you're more putting more thought into where you are at the stage of someone's life. If you see the most recent ones most prominently located, you might not even notice that some of the other ones have been strategically thinned out.
Diana, your thoughts?
Yeah, so I agree, and I love that. Just because somebody gives you something doesn't mean it has to be displayed. And I can't tell you how many clients and how many jobs where I've gone to the client, they want to redesign their space, but they never want to let go of these things that they've been given. It can be a challenge, but I think when it comes to picture frames and lots of picture frames with lots of photos, I've done 2 things in my own house with my kids. I take all the photos and I put them chronologically in order in the frame behind the one that's displayed. So they're always there. So like,
just behind.
Yeah. So I have like the kids' school pictures. So Nikki, you know my Brittany. So I'll have her kindergarten one and then her first, second, third. All the way up. She's now out of college, 5, I don't know how many years now.
Very systematic.
Yeah. So I always have them. I know where those photos are, but then the one that's displayed is the most recent one. And I say that might be to put all of them in one frame. Or the other thing is put all the old ones in a photo album.
Yeah.
And, you could store.
I would go with the photo album.
Yeah. Throw them on the shelf. And then,
let the frames go.
Yeah, let it go. And maybe just have one of each niece.
I think that's excessive. 20 to 30 frames in every spot. I mean, that's a little too much. Joyce, you wanted this question.
Yeah.
So your thoughts, Joyce?
I love this question.
Yeah.
Because I am surrounded with photographs. I love photographs. And my friends make me those albums from Snapfish and those other. So they are on my desk and in my living room, and you can look through anything you want. I am a great lover of collages. So I will have a big frame that has all of these photographs in a collage, which can be changed or it can be added to. I do want to say one thing to the person who wrote this note. How fortunate is anybody whose nieces and nephews care enough about you to send you photographs? I am fortunate to have that, and I have my own children as well. I love my nieces and nephews. The easiest and most fun job I've ever had is being an aunt, because they come and visit and then they go home or you visit them, and that's a perfect job. But one of the things I want to say about the picture frames, when you are taking them to put them all in a big collage, whether you tape them on or, however you want to work that collage. Some are collage frames, but sometimes you just get one very big like poster frame and make your own collage. Having said that, if you take all these picture frames, what I always do is I love to take pictures when I have friends at my home, and I take those pictures and I would go to Walgreens or someplace and blow up the photograph of just the couple. And then next time I would go to their house, I would bring them that picture in a frame. And everybody thanks me, because since their weddings, nobody has pictures of couples anymore. So every place I go, I see the pictures that I have.
I love that idea.
Framed in their house.
It sounds
I love that
probably
idea.
a family tradition, that every family member is doing this.
Not in my, no.
I'm saying
not
for the
family,
writer.
these are friends. The ones that I'm taking pictures of are friends who I have come over for dinner.
Great idea, and you're absolutely right about that. But I was referring to the writer, the person who wrote it, the fact that everybody's doing it, and it's with a frame each time. It sounds like it's probably a family tradition, because I don't see that in people's homes. Is that a collection of every single family member, 20 to 30, one spot? That seems like a lot of space, and we're all about making space.
I'm just going to say, when I started the business, because my business is called Penguins Best, so everybody, from customers to people that work for me, everybody gave me a penguin. So the first year, finally the second year, I said to everybody, if you guys want to keep your jobs, nobody is gifting me a penguin, because I was surrounded by penguins. I thought I was having nightmares of penguins. So finally I donated all the penguins, and I kept just a few because I'm sentimental like Joyce is. So a few that I was attached to the people who gave them, and the rest I had to get rid of them. And I'm going to quote Matt, a colleague of yours, Susan Lovallo. She was a guest at the Live Talk show with us. She said, if you're going to collect anything, collect gold bars. I love that, because obviously you're not going to collect too many of those. And also she mentioned anything that hits the floor and touches the floor should be furniture. No clothes on the floor.
I know exactly that quote. It's the only thing that belongs on the floor are furniture and feet.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah. I remember she mentioned that when you guys were with us at the very beginning, when we did our organizing segment. I think it matters, because when you say to somebody, I'm collecting, whether it's frames, whether it's, as Matt mentioned, most probably it's a tradition they started having. Joyce's idea of a collage, it contains everything. It's not like this big 20, 30 frames in every area. It damages your decorating or your design, no? Diana?
Yes, I would say for sure. And that's
how can you design anything with 30 frames?
You can have a gallery wall.
Even she has them in the bathroom.
Yeah, a gallery wall. Designate one wall for all your photos. Get all coordinating frames on one wall, maybe going up a stairwell or in a family room. Have a gallery wall, and then you covered all your bases. And make sure you have everybody's photo up there so nobody's hurt.
Any tip? Any final thoughts, Diana?
Oh, do you want my final tip?
Yeah.
My final tip. When I meet with a client, I like to first vet them, but then get to know what their lifestyle is like and how they use their spaces, because I think all spaces in a home should be usable space. So if you're doing a DIYer, you want to design a space, first define how you use the space, the purpose of the space, and then you put in your foundational furniture, and then you finally layer with colors and textures and patterns and lighting to add your own personality to that space. But minimal, right? Not overdoing it.
100%.
Okay, Matt?
Yes, sort the Daily Mail daily. Don't process, sort. Divide now, conquer later, keep a clear surface.
Love it. Joyce?
Arrange your space or your mail or your life or your food around ways to have fun. Period. Have fun.
I love that. And since I'm in the cleaning business, focus on decluttering first, then clean. No matter how much you clean, if your home is full of clutter, it's not going to look good. So thank you for listening to the show. Next, more Ask and Answer. Bye for now. You've been listening to Keep It Clean at dirtdirtgoaway.com. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Gabriel Tax and Accounting, a family business for over 65 years, providing bookkeeping, income tax, and payroll services to businesses and individuals from Fairfield County and beyond. Check their website if interested, gabrieltax.com. You have an open invitation to write to us your challenges and wins from the home front using the contact form at dirtdirtgoaway.com. Bye for now. Till next time, keep it clean.
You can listen or comment to Keep It Clean for a happier you anytime at dirtdirtgoaway.com or on radio1400.am and on all social media platforms.